This is a reflection of my interpretation this week with notes. This for this week is really interesting because first we are doing the interpretation without notes, and after that, you focus more on wanted to memorize more because when you were doing without notes, you actually didn't remember a lot of things, and that led to a very bad consequence that on my notes when I write far more than I need. Yeah. And yeah, I write far more and I interpreted a lot enough and adequate details, I think. But that makes also lead to a very bad consequence is that I tend to add more things. I think that is also the other problem. And Danielle mentioned in the feedback last week. I tried to add more things. It didn't make it as concise as I can. Well, I would say this the practice for this week is very educational. It taught me the things that I didn't consciously aware, So back to what I should do is that usually when we do take notes for a 4 or 5 minute speech, I shouldn't take this as much as these notes, but instead I would say it's a split attention. I will give 60% for now, 60% to listening and 40% on note taking. That is when I'm doing the listening and note taking. Oh no. I'm sorry, I forgot. There is actually a smart objective that I should add in this split attention is that maybe I would say 60% for listening, 50% for listening. Sorry, I'm constantly changing. 50% for listening, 30% for note taking, and 20% for processing. That is the point Faye say that I should pay attention to is to process that information while I was listening. Yeah, and of course, in the last practice with the note taking, there is no such thing as processing. Because the informations, even though just part of them are already in my mind, and the processing step doesn't really happen. So I would say, even though I made a lot of these mistakes, but that made me realize more of what I should do. Still, I think memory is the king. Memory is definitely the king. And note taking, I would say, okay, don't take too much. That one side will help me to pay more attention to the structure, but also on the other side, it prevents me to add more details that doesn't actually exist in this in this presentation, in this speaking. And then it gives me more time to process the information, to do the conversion, to do the transition of language while I was listening. That was like the ultimate goal, at least for this period. And yeah, I would say for this exercise, it's a good exercise. The good thing is that I expose enough problems for me to tackle on. And I think that's it. Thank you.